Hello, hello. I miss you. I hope you're doing well. I'm here to give you a new section of a song. You now have a link to doing warm ups, so definitely please practice those warm ups. I normally get to see you once a week. So, even, for one time to go through your scale on the hand signs and on the numbers, and then going through the 3-note pattern, the triad. TRI meaning three, so that's the prefix, so it's a 3-note pattern. And then the intervals, and that's all on that link, the first link I gave you, and then the half step. We do it three is our pattern. Do, 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 dee, dee, dee. We go up and then we descend. So go ahead and keep going to the gym with that. We will hopefully have our concert. It's postponed. And so we'll get back to work on our bells when I see you again. You are welcome to work on it on that app I gave you. If you look through my blog, you can find where I posted that. If you want to email me and ask me that, it's eperryman@nbtschools.org. Elizabeth, yes, that's my first name. I think most of you know that. eperryman@nbtschools.org. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to start you doing work on the Rap of the Presidents, which really will be a 4th grade song starting next year. But it's a pretty challenging song. The 5th graders are up through President 26, but you guys get to start it. So work on your warm-ups, and if you'd like to continue the work on the bells, and we will get back into the swing of that when I see you at school. But for you right now, we're going to take the first section of Rap of the Presidents. Okay, so last year we worked a lot on, I'm going to copy this for you so you see it, because some of you probably don't have your music folders home. 50 Nifty, and we learned that, and that was the 50 states, the 50 sections of our country. Our country, United States, was established in 1776, and we've had 45 presidents since then. We have 50 states. Your state is New Jersey. I live as well in New Jersey, but I'm originally from Illinois, which is a newer state. It's not. We were established in the 1800s. You guys were established earlier. You're the 3rd oldest state, which is really cool. You have a lot of great history. So in our country, we have had a president, 45 of them. And this particular song goes in chronological order, in order of years, through the different presidents. So today, we're going to go through George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, and John Quincy Adams. Those are the first 6. You will notice some of the names. North Brunswick, the town of North Brunswick, uses a lot of presidential names. Fillmore, Roosevelt, John Adams is a school. So it's interesting that they use that in the town. So here's some fun facts about our first 6 presidents. George Washington, he was the highest ranking member ever of the United States military. He had 6-star general. That's pretty impressive. And if you look at the dates when he was president, Mozart over there in Austria and Germany was alive when George Washington was president. So that's what was going on with him musically. We've talked about the time periods and how music has evolved over the years. So that's George Washington. John Adams was the 2nd president, and he created the United States Marine Band. That's pretty awesome. Thomas Jefferson was our 3rd president, and he had a library of over 6,000 books. He loved books, and he invented the swivel chair. Pretty exciting. James Madison was the 4th president. What's interesting about him is he was only 5'4", which is even smaller than Miss Perryman, and I'm not very tall. He weighed 100 pounds, and he loved ice cream. So he built an ice cream shop on his property when he was president. Number 5 is James Monroe. He had no opponent. He had no one to run with when he became president. So he won his second election. He was unopposed. And he died on the 4th of July. And President 6 is John Quincy Adams. He liked to go swimming without clothes. All right, to each his own. So those are the first 6 presidents. And if you want to see like an amazing musical, and once the musical Broadway comes back on, check out Hamilton. If your family can take you. It's not cheap. I'm sure there you have to wait a long time to get tickets. I saw it for my 50th birthday as a present, and I was blown away by it because it's an amazing way to tell the story of the people who created our country through music in a rap form, hip hop, contemporary form. It was really a great piece. So Rap of the Presidents starts with a little tune, and then it goes into a rap, which is basically saying words to a rhythm. So some of you may know this. You may have heard it. All right, it goes, these are the presidents, mighty, mighty presidents. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So that's the tune. And it goes, that tune, we say like a few presidents, goes back to the tune, say presidents. And when you do that, if you were writing it and you didn't want to keep writing it, you could use 2 lines with a dot, the double dots, and that means a repeat. But in this, they actually include it in the tune, even though it's always repeated after each section of presidents. So here we go. Let's try that again. Here we go. These are the presidents, mighty, mighty presidents. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now the rap with the first 6 presidents. The father of our country, George Washington, was 1. 2 was John Adams, then Thomas Jefferson. Then was James Madison and also James Monroe. And John Quincy Adams was number 6, So that's where we're stopping right there. And then we repeat the tune. We go, these are the presidents, mighty, mighty presidents. Huh. Uh-huh. That's the first section. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to sing it. And then I'm going to do it with, I'll play, but without me singing, and see if you can do it. Ready? And these are the presidents, mighty, mighty presidents. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The father of our country, George Washington, was 1. 2 was John Adams, then Thomas Jefferson. Then was James Madison and also James Monroe. And John Quincy Adams was number 6, These are the presidents, mighty, mighty presidents. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And there you can add the clap to that. All right, so now let's try it. I'm going to play. You sing. Ready, go. So we stopped at measure 23. All right. And next time we're going to start with Andrew Jackson. I get to see you once a week in music. And we usually do obviously our warm-ups and then a new song, or like as you and I have been doing, we've been working on our bells song. So go ahead and work on this section. And hopefully the next video, you'll be able to have this section memorized, and then we can tack on the next section. Anything you want to show me that you've done, which would be great, I'd love to see it. You can always email me at Elizabeth, some of you know that, Perryman, that's my name, Elizabeth, Perryman at nbtschools.org. And I've had a student send me a recording of them doing the scales, which is great. I'd love to see what you're up to. All right, take care. Bye.